Well, it's almost New Year's Eve. I wore my party dress for you because I'm so excited for 2023. I just have this sense that it's going to be bright and shiny and beautiful. And today's video is in support of that, actually. Today's video is looking at ways to let things go, because what I've learned, what I've discovered through my life is letting the things go that don't really work for me or my life anymore allows that new possibility to come in. It's going to allow this new year of possibility to come in, an entire year of thrival. To step into that, to actually have that and receive that, though, often there's stuff that we need to get rid of. We need to clear it out and create the space for that new world, that new living. But some of us find it hard to let things go. Or there's just those few little things that are really hard to let go. So I'm going to give you 3 powerful steps that you can take to assist you, contribute to you, hopefully, in letting everything go so that when you jump into this new year, you can blast off without that baggage, without that anchor, that chain to the past. And you can actually explore this new adventure more freely. So, step number 1, you're going to make a list. You know, I love lists. If you've watched the show at all, I love making lists. It really helps my brain, my cognitive understanding of things. You can do this with a pen and paper. You can put a little list on your phone. You can make a list in your head if that's easier for you. You're going to make a list of all the things that you know, like you already know, right now needs to go. So it could be things like, I really need to clean out that attic or that basement. Like there's objects that really need to go. Maybe it's a relationship that you've known for a really long time. Maybe you haven't wanted to acknowledge, but you're like, this relationship really needs to go. Maybe it's a friendship. Maybe it's a relationship with a family member. Maybe it's a job. It could also be belief systems that you have about yourself. What really needs to go is my self-loathing. What really needs to go is my lack of confidence in myself. Okay. Make the list as big and as grand and glorious as you want to. Write until like everything's out. Okay. That's step 1. We're just going to actually acknowledge this needs to go. Whoa. And you don't have to make it wrong. And it's not about judging it. It's actually just acknowledging that if something's not expanding your life, why do you have it there? And I mean, like literally anything, like if this hand cream isn't expanding my life, why is it in my house? Why is it in my space? Because we are in kind of like an energetic relationship with everything in our life, everything in our space. And if it's not contributing to your life getting greater, then guess what? You're not going to have a greater life. This is part of when we're looking at this letting go piece, is that we're asking for greater. We're stepping into greater. We're going into 2023. I'm calling it the year of thrival. That's right. That's what I've chosen for myself, and you're welcome to choose it for yourself as well. Which means you have to let go of certain things. Like to jump into thrival, you have to actually let go of survival. That's a whole blog, or a whole blog. Yes, I'm going to start a blog again. That's a whole podcast episode. Maybe we could link it here. I did it a little while back, but there's things that we actually have to let go of to step into these new spaces and possibilities. So write your list. Be honest with yourself. Be brutally honest with yourself. And now here's the thing. If you get aware like this relationship has to go, that doesn't mean that you write your list and you're going to jump up and you're going to go break up with someone. Okay. It can be a totally different process. It can be that the relationship itself deconstructs and then you create something different with the same person. Don't come to conclusion or decision about what that even looks like But you have to let go of this structure that doesn't work for the new thing to show up. Okay. You've written your list. You're ready to go. You were bluntly honest with yourself. Awesome. We're going to go to step 2. Now, step 2 and 3, we're going to be using this magical tool called the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. I've talked about it before on the show. We'll put a link in the description that gives a whole video about what this even means, but it's actually a tool where we use the vibration of words. We use energy to clear out stuff that's sticking us. It's total magic. And if you don't believe in magic, then I doubt you're watching this video anyways. So play along with me and just see what shows up for you. So you're going to look at this list, and you can go through, just depending on how you function, you could do the whole list at one time. You can go through each individual thing. I would probably do that myself, but do it your way. So you're going to look at this item or this whole list, and you're going to ask, what have I made valuable about this? Okay. So let's take a relationship, because that can be a really difficult one, right? So what have I made valuable about this? And you're going to get the energy. You might even get an awareness. Things might pop into your head. And then everything that comes up, you're going to destroy and uncreate it. Now, why would we want to destroy and create something that we made valuable? Because if we are aware we need to let this thing go, but we've made it valuable, then are you going to let it go? Are you? Most cases, no. Maybe some cases say it was an object and you think it's valuable, so maybe you'll sell it. I mean, that could work, but you're probably not going to sell your partner. And if you do, tell me about it, because I think that would be a good story. What have you made valuable about this? What have you made valuable about holding on to this? So now let's apply it to, like, say, the basement, just full of boxes and stuff, maybe from your childhood, maybe from your parents' childhood, every little tiny scrap of paper your kid ever drew on in kindergarten. What have you made valuable about holding on to this? And really look at that. Is it true for you? Is it true for you? Is it actually true for you? If it's not, everything this is destroy and create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and meows. That's a clearing statement. Right and wrong, good and bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and meows. So I want you to go through this whole list. What have you made valuable about holding on to this? What have you made valuable about holding on to this? What have you made valuable about holding on to this? Now let's look at that kind of that identity thing. Like, you might have this idea about yourself, like you always have to self-sacrifice, okay? And you're like, this actually needs to go. Like, I need to stop doing this. And you ask yourself, what have I made valuable about holding on to this? The things that might pop up is, whoa, I decided that this makes me a good person. Or I am trying to prove that I'm not as evil as I was told I was. You're going to get some pretty cool awarenesses if you're willing to just be in that space with it and allow whatever to show up. And then it shows up and you go, okay, cool. So everything that is, I destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys, puppets, and beyonds. And that gives you the freedom to have a different perspective about you, to have a different reality, to create something different, to have a different possibility. Maybe going into the next year, you no longer are trying to prove that you're not as evil as you were told you were. And you find yourself actually being able to be the kindness and the joyfulness that you actually are, because you're not wrapped up in this whole proving thing. Or whatever it is that you're holding on to about you, whatever you decided. Often what we've decided is right about us are the things we hold on to the hardest. And what if truly there was nothing right about you? There was nothing wrong about you. There was just choice and awareness and possibility. All right, that was step 2. So step 3, we're just digging in a little deeper, and we're going to talk about emotional points of view. The short speak for that is emotional POVADs. Points of view that you're defending and avoiding. You could just maybe get a sense of that already. It's kind of like has this bubbling of energy coming up. So when you ask that question and you look at this, another item, okay, so let's look at the item of wow, okay, this just popped up. So some people think that they're terrible with money. Okay. And you're like, this point of view about myself has to go. Like, this idea needs to go so I can actually create a fortune, to create a life and a living that's that thrival vibration, right? So you ask, what are the emotional POVADs, points of view, that you're defending and avoiding around this? That hold this in place. That's what I want you to look at. That actually holds it energetically in place. Everything that is, here comes the clearing statement again. I distrain and create it, right and wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all 9 shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. So emotional POVADs are so sticky, and they're sticky and also great at like holding lies and limitations in place for you. So when you're willing to actually clear those out of your world, yes. That's definitely starting off the new year with a total space of possibility. Like, I'm talking space. We're clearing out the space. You've got all this shit here that needs to go, and we're clearing it out so that all this possibility can fill your universe. So you're going through this item, this list again, and you're looking at, let's do a job. Maybe you're in a job and you've maybe known for so long, I need to leave this job. Like, this job is literally killing me. I need to go. And I'm sure you have a million excuses of why you're still there. We always do, right? So now you're going to look at this job. So all the emotional POVADs you have holding this in place, this like need to be here, or this unwillingness to let it go, will you distrain and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all 9 shorts, boys, POVADs, and beyonds. Now, again, when you do this doesn't mean that you walk in tomorrow morning and you quit. And you might start to create your resume, put it out there, start to look for different jobs. I mean, be you. Just create it in a way that works for you. If you are a like chaos creator and you like to just go for it and leap and you get light on it, do it. If you like to kind of have a sense of the land and where you're going next, and you just want to follow the little trickles of energy, choose that. There's really no right or wrong way to do it. Just choose from awareness. Anything that is light for you, if you choose the lightness, you're going to have a lighter and lighter future. If you choose the things that have that vibration, that sensation of thrival for you, then you're creating a future of thrival. If you choose the things that make you feel solid and heavy and kind of exhausted, then you're creating a future that's going to be solid and heavy and exhausted. But the choice is yours. How cool is that? I hope that these tips contributed to you. Play with them. Let me know in the comments below what showed up for you. And Happy New Year. What can we truly choose this next year together that maybe we have never been able to choose before? I'm looking forward to it. I will see you in the next video. See you in the next year. See you next year. Bye.